Hello, what's up? Ali here once again. And on this video, we are going to compare the differences between a physical and digital games. This is for those who wants to decide on which format they will go to. And also, we will try to discuss every important factors that can help you decide which one to get. So let us start with the most important factor, which is the price. So which one is more practical? Well, unfortunately, the digital games is around 10% higher than the physical game. So why is it like that? It doesn't have the physical CDs and it doesn't have any packaging. So why is it higher or more expensive than the physical games? Well, the main factor here is because of the number of users. If you have a digital game, you can play actually up to 3 players can access the game or the same game at the same time for the digital game. Personally, I am into digital games because I have multiple PS4. So with digital games, we can access the same game with 3 players at the same time. Unlike on the physical games, you'll have to wait for the other player and wait for your turn. Overall, it is still cheaper to get the digital games because since multiple players can access the game at the same time, you can have someone to spend the game with. And also for the digital games, there are some seasons where you can catch up to 95% off. So that is basically almost free. And with the digital games, you'll have access to almost every game. You don't have to leave your room. All you have to do is log into your PS4, log into the PSN store, and just go ahead and purchase your game. Though unlike the physical games where you can sell or trade your old games, you cannot do that on digital games. But if you can catch those insanely cheap discounts, you can almost have some free games. Sometimes Sony gives away some free games, which is definitely a big bonus. What about the issue that was raised recently? There was someone who said that digital games are not permanent. Well, basically, he is correct. With digital games, you are only purchasing the license to use the game, and Sony can still take that away from you. But like digital games, physical games are also not permanent because also physical games are subject to scratches. You know, you can break your CDs, you can crack your CDs, and you still rely on your Blu-ray drive. So either one of those stops working, then you won't be able to play your physical games. And also, it is a very rare chance for you to lose the license of your digital game. So I actually have a lot of PSN accounts and I have never lost any license to any of my games. So if you are into price, accessibility, and practicality, that will always lean towards the digital games. And one more thing that we need to consider is, of course, the availability of the games. With physical games, there are some cases, even if you have already pre-ordered your game, that will not guarantee that you will have your copy at the right time. Availability will always an issue. Unlike on the digital games, you can download them ahead and just wait for the countdown, then play. You don't have to fight for your own copy. Now, for the collection purposes, well, this is the part where the digital games left the conversation. But seriously, you know, I have lost the interest of collecting games when they decided to cut down the manufacturing cost of every games. I remember way back on the PS2 and PS3 days, every time you just purchase a new game, you know, the smell of the manual as you run through each page is already an experience. Unlike when you open the game, all you can see is the CD itself and just a page of whatever it is. There is rarely a game that will provide you a complete manual on the standard game or on the standard version. And because of that, I have lost the interest to collect some physical games. But there are still a lot of players who prefers collection as long as there is a case and the CD. That is still a subject for collections. But for those who are also concerned about their storage, with the digital games, you don't have to worry about where to keep your CDs. And another thing, this is one of the reasons that is keeping me from buying physical games, because unlike before, where if you already have the physical games, you no longer need the hard drive storage. Unlike today, even if you already have the physical games, you still need the exact amount of storage in your hard drive compared to the digital games. Though they have an explanation for that. Sony mentioned that That is to help the PS4 read the game faster. But why do you need all of the data? Imagine if you just have a hard drive of 1 terabyte. That can only fit around 8 games, even if you have a physical or digital game. So why bother collecting the physical games? And also, for the convenience, it is still a lot faster to just swap games that is already installed on your PS4 rather than swapping the disc. So is it better to have a physical or digital games? Well, you will always go down to these choices. Do you want something you want to collect, or do you prefer accessibility, price, and convenience? In my case, I have been into digital games for over the last 8 years, and I think I have just purchased like around 3 CDs. For the digital games, I have all of my digital games organized on my PS4. And the best perks with having digital games is, of course, the availability of the games. Sometimes it is really an issue to look for a physical copy that you want. Unlike with digital games, you can just look at the store, wait for the discount, and sometimes you can have some games almost for free. And we are talking about the Region 1 PSN. I haven't mentioned the Turkey region yet, where sometimes the games can really get so insanely low. So this will be it. So if there are anything you wish to add, if you have any questions, suggestions, please go ahead and share them on our comment section, and I will definitely address them. And you can also contact me on my social media accounts, links on our description. And again, my name is Ali. If you found this video helpful, please go ahead and like and subscribe, and I will definitely see you on our next video. Bye-bye.